So, a lot of you guys are coming into graduation as of the next year, as of the next few weeks. Going on prom, leaving friends, leaving your loved one behind. You'll be doing a lot of great things. Me, when I left, yeah, I didn't choose college, much to a lot of people's dismays. Never saw myself as a smart person for going. But depending on how you look at it, I celebrated my last days and weeks of school the best way that I could. And I did celebrate my graduation the best that I could too. So, as a lot of you guys remember, study hard, do what you gotta do, get good grades, and be at your best. But for a lot of you that probably won't listen to me, I think I know what a lot of you are gonna do. Try to get the ladies. Wait, is that gonna happen? Does that happen after school? Um, uh, well, the topic of today is Superbad. Yes, Superbad, directed by Greg Motolla and starring Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, Seth Rogen, Bill Hader, and of course, Christopher Mintz-Plasse. The film begins with our two protagonists, Seth, played by Jonah Hill, and Ethan, played by Michael Cera. Both are heading off into their college years and are ending their first days of school, so what would be the best thing for these boys to do? If you said go to college, you're halfway right. These boys are gonna decide they need to get with the ladies. But not Ethan's mom, even though Seth wants to. So they want to spend the last few days that they have with one another to not only party hard, but to try to lose their virginity, aka get laid. But as you'd expect, both of them are very quirky. Ethan is like me, the shy, pedantic, little, sort of quirky kid, and of course, Seth is, well, Seth. He's the awkward one and the kind of the clumsy one of the group. But things are made better for Michael Cera when he meets a girl, Becca, that he's always had a thing for, and it turns out she has a thing for him. So he sees it as an opportunity to seek her and try to make her his lover as best as he can. And it turns out that Seth finds a little someone too, Jules, played by Emma Stone. Yes, he actually takes a liking to her, not because she's the every girl, because she's that quirky girl and the one that you always want to get to know or bring home to mother. And of course, they have an awkward friend named Fogo, played by Christopher Mintz-Plasse, who is, well, not exactly as you would think he is. He's awkward, he's a little shy, and he also tries to be the ladies' man, even though he's simply not the ladies' man. But opportunity comes knocking on her door when Jules asks Seth if he can go and get booze for a party that she's throwing. And of course, Seth, having no idea how to pull this off, says, "Fuck yeah, I can do that." There's a problem. None of them are, of course, of the age to drink. And of course, they see this as a problem. And of course, Seth tells a bullshit lie around it. So they gotta try to figure out a way to get around it. Of course, comes an opportunity for their friend, Vogel, who decides, yeah, I'm gonna get a fake license and we can do this. But not everything goes according to plan. All three of them decide to dress older and to try to go inside of a liquor store. Vogel points out that he can't go in there because he works there. So instead, Seth tried to figure out if he can rob the place. To which, of course, doesn't happen. And what's even funnier is that he had scenarios that go in his head about how things could go down, and it's honestly the best part of the film. They go to another end of town, but it turns out that the boys are against each other, but that will be talked about more later on in the film. Everybody seems to be at odds and ends with each other, and that seemed to really get them going against one another. Things take a turn for the worse when two police officers, Slater and Michaels, played by Bill Hader and Seth Rogen, are entering the scene, and they are the dumbest cops imaginable, but that's what makes them so lovable. Seth and Evan and Ethan believe that their friend is going to be arrested, but it turns out he wasn't, but much to their dismay and anxiety, they're thinking, holy crap, our best friend's been arrested. But Ethan and Seth go to a party that they are very not should be in, that had drugs, booze, girls, the whole 9 yards, and it turns out that they are not in for what's going on at this party. But however, this is not gonna stop them from getting the booze that they need and deserve. So, as luck or fate would have it, Seth opens up a refrigerator full of beer. In the quirkiest way imaginable, he steals it out in dish detergent containers, and he tries to sneak out as Michael Cera gets involved with sending these two arms of mine to a bunch of coke addicts. It's as funny as you think it is. They managed to run away with their free booze as a woman called the cops, and let it be known that it is the competent ones that Fogo is with at the moment. So they're at a loss. Seth and Evan get into a fight that no one saw coming. He's upset that Evan's leaving him, and Evan's upset that Seth just won't come to terms and understand what he's going through. Because he's getting a roommate, Fogo. But he never told Seth, because he knew that Seth would be upset with it since the both of them have been friends since, well, elementary. So Seth decided to go in and decided to party hardy. At the party, everything seemed to be going well. Seth thinks that he's gonna get the girl of Jewel, and it looks like that Michael Cera will get what he always wants, which is the girl of his dreams in the way that he never anticipated. And it also seems that Fogo was gonna get the girl of his dreams as well, the one that he always had his eye on. But everything is not as it seems. Seth accidentally thinks that he knows everything that's gonna happen between him and Jules, and also accidentally gives Jewel a black eye, not on purpose, but by complete accident. Ethan was eventually gonna get laid by the woman of his dreams, up until she ends up getting sick from drinking too much. So it's a no-go for either of them. What about poor Fogo? Nope. Poor Fogo does not end up losing his virginity either as the cops walk in to talk to him. Yeah, everything goes wrong. But that's honestly the best part. The officers tell Fogo that he knew that he had a fake ID, but was just playing around with him a long time because they saw himself as them, which is honestly kind of sweet and pretty sentimental. Back at Ethan's place, Seth and Ethan decided to tell each other how they were feeling about each other, and basically that their friendship means so much to them that they would rather not see it get fucked up, which is also kind of sentimental and sweet as well. But the next day they decided to be best friends and kind of, well, be quirky with one another and just hang out with each other because that's what friends do in the reality of things. But as fate would have it, they end up meeting Becca and Joe at the mall, end up apologizing, and all four of them end up hitting things off pretty damn well. And so, that is Greg Motolla's Superbad, and it's honestly a very quirky, funny, and charming comedy. The film is not only about a comedy about two guys looking for a way to get laid, it's also of guys of coming of age. How are you going to spend your last days? What do you want to spend your last days on? And how do you plan on spending them with each other? Everyone goes through this, guys, girls. It's all the same thing at school. What do you want to do and how do you plan on spending your last days with your friends is all up to you. Are you going to spend them trying to get with the woman that you always wanted, even though she's drunk and completely out of her ass and off her meds? Are you going to spend it with a couple of incompetent police officers that couldn't save your life even if they fucking depended on it, or even if your life depended on it? Or are you going to try to make the best out of a bad situation and just be with one another and just hang out and be at the last possible moment the best friends that you ever wanted to be? Who knows? I'm pretty sure a lot of you are college students watching this, or your high schoolers, in either or way. I hope that you guys make the perfect decision. If you want to go out and get drunk and whatnot, that's up to you. I wouldn't recommend it. Save your brain, go to college, and try to get that degree that matters. And this is coming from a guy who does not have a college degree because he's chosen not to do so. Why? Because my teachers pissed me off. Honestly, they kept bringing it up and kept bugging me and kept telling me that I should go. You should go! And I didn't see any reason to, and I thought, yeah, I wasn't smart enough to. And still, I think that about myself. But honestly, if you choose it, if you go, get that degree, and try to do the best. If you want to go party, at least party with some brain. Don't overdo it, and definitely don't do anything that you shouldn't be doing. That's illegal. Superbad is one of the best films I've ever seen, and it's a film of coming of age. Something that I can relate with because, yeah, I've been in a few situations of these myself. Not telling you which ones. Shh. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a fun graduation, and happy graduation to you. And until next time.